Unicorns and glitter and taxidermy critters are just some of the things they like. They also enjoy 80s hair bands, Grizzly Adams and John Goodman, so if you think that's weird then you can take a hike. But the things they enjoy the most are making art and cracking jokes, so without further ado, here are your hosts. You've got your two artsy gals, your two artsy gals. Here are your two artsy gals.
Hey everybody, this is Katie.
And this is Lonnie.
And you're listening to Two Artsy Gals. Woo!
Yay! Woo-woo!
You know what, in my mind when I do that, I'm like a Muppet. Like I go, and raise my arms above my head. It's kind of funny.
I loved that show.
Somebody that can make Muppety puppets should make puppets of us, like Muppets of us. Like
that'd be cool.
It would be.
So we're like,
they would be so cute. Oh my god,
so
you
the
look
tops
like a
of our
Muppet.
the tops of our head go back when we talk.
Yes,
Katie.
Now you're just freaking me out. So speaking of being freaked out, okay, I've been saving the story. Like Lonnie's been here and we've been getting ready and hooking up equipment, and I've been dying to tell her this story, but I thought I would save it for the show. So I told you that I've been watching American Horror Story, right?
The newer season?
No. Like,
okay.
I just started watching it.
I'm surprised. Okay.
Like, I don't
like it.
Watched the whole thing from the beginning. I really ended up liking season 1.
Yeah.
I really liked season 2.
Yeah.
Although it was really upsetting in a lot of ways.
Yes, it was.
I loved season 3.
Uh-huh.
It took me a while to get into it, though. Like, it took a while for season 3 to have a storyline that was going somewhere. Mm-hmm. For me. But once it did go somewhere, I really liked it. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm yawning. You're going to find out why in a second. So then season 4, last season, I really wanted to watch Freak Show. Like, that was the theme. I love that kind of shit.
Well,
Except for, there's this clown. I'm going to cry again. Twisty the Clown. Mm-hmm. If you watch it, you know what he looks like. If you listen to the show regularly, I have a very well-established phobia of clowns. Mm-hmm. I called my friend Teresa, and she's like, well, here's the thing. Okay, spoiler alerts. She's like, the character dies like 4 or 5 episodes in.
Oh, I didn't even
So,
know.
you'll be okay. And she gave me this hint, like this weird music plays when he's going to be on, and maybe I figured that out myself. I don't know. So anyway, I decided that I could watch it and just not look when the clown was on. So here's what happened. I already know what the clown looks like.
Yeah, he's pretty scary.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know anything about him, but he is a murdering clown, which, really all clowns have the potential. Let's just face it. It's a powder keg of fucking murder waiting to happen right there. All they're waiting is for one too many people to make fun of them or something bad. I'm getting creeped out talking about it. I'm going to puke again. Okay. I just think that I can just concentrate on my crochet and not look at the TV when this happens, or get up and leave the room when it happens.
Phobias on the screen,
and I'm like,
able to not pay attention to it.
I got through the ones until he died. I cried a couple of times because I was scared. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to lie. I had to get up and leave the room, and Kurt did catch me shaking back, like rocking back. I didn't realize I was doing it, like rocking back and forth while I was talking to myself. While I was not looking at it. But I was like, it's okay, you don't have to look at the TV, blah, blah, blah. I don't mean to make myself sound like a crazy person, because I didn't actually look like a crazy person. But last night, now this was the night before last that I watched those episodes. By the way, I love the rest of it. Mm-hmm. So last night, at 3-something in the morning, I wake up. I was not awake. I was screaming, no, 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 get away from me. Get away, get away, get away. Shrieking and sobbing in my sleep. Man. And Kurt had to pat me, like wake me up. Katie is going to be okay. Katie is going to be okay. And then I did something that I haven't done since I was probably in high school. Just I opened my eyes and I had a fucking hallucination from my night terror in front of me. And he was, Twisty the Clown was looking in my bedroom window at me. And I got out of bed, like ripped off my CPAP mask and fucking spent 10 minutes in the bathroom throwing up, hysterically crying because I was so fucking upset. And then I am going to be 43 years old in December, and I was afraid to go downstairs and get myself a can of fizzy water. I had to make my husband do it. And I laid in bed and sobbed until I fell back asleep.
Oh my gosh.
So, apparently, I can't just not look when the clown's on the TV. It doesn't work. Yeah. So that's my story. That's why if I'm a little slow and yawny today, that's why. Because I had a rough fucking night.
Yeah. That's brutal.
And then my husband has to be a total dick bag because he was laughing at me at first, and then he was laughing really hard when I was throwing up.
What?
And then when our neighbor girls first moved in, like last year, one of them swore someone was trying to get in her bedroom window, but it's like at the same height as our bedroom. It's next to our bedroom window, which is on the second story of the house.
Yeah, and there's nothing that
nothing like you would hear someone. I have a dog. I have a dog that would freak the fuck out if someone were climbing on like anything to get up to that window.
Right.
He fucking barks when someone farts, for crying out loud. So I know it wasn't anything, and he goes, Kurt rolled over and goes, maybe that's what the neighbor girl was hearing. Like, right?
Thank you.
And I just turned around and started crying. I'm like, why would you do that? And he's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And I'm like, it's not funny. Just terrible. So that's how my night went.
A comedian.
Oh, fucking knee slapper, husband. A real knee slapper.
Yep.
Fuck off.
Seriously, need some training.
He needs like
how to
karate chop to the face. Yeah. I'm trying really hard to cheer Lonnie up today. She's blue. Stop being blue, Lonnie.
God, November sucks.
November?
For me.
This is just the pause between Halloween and Christmas.
Well, you know what I noticed? This is the anniversary. The beginning of November is the anniversary of me quitting smoking, and I spent that whole month crying.
You have PTSD from quitting smoking.
I do. And so many things
I think everyone in my house has PTSD from me quitting smoking. So
probably that's true in my house too. Yep. And then all the stuff in the news and all the stuff.
You know what?
I'm really sensitive, and I am affected deeply by things sometimes.
Me too.
And
we're
it just
sensies.
Leaks out my face.
I hate it when things leak out my face.
It does. And then it makes my man all uncomfortable, like, oh, stop crying. You know.
What is up with that?
And I'm just like, I can't help it.
I feel really bad. Maybe Scott has PTSD.
Yeah.
Because, he was part of the great butt stick explosion. Butt stick factory explosion. And he got shrapnel up his butt.
Yeah. It's hard to get it out once it's up there.
I know. Well, and really, you have to think, it's very traumatic to get a stick put up your butt. Mm-hmm. I forgot to look something up for this episode.
I don't know why a Violent Femmes song popped into my head when you said that.
Dude, what song?
And it doesn't really coincide with stick up the butt, but walking around like he's number one. Went downtown and I got him a gun. So don't shoot that thing at me.
I love that Lonnie also loves Violent Femmes because my husband, not a fan.
But I was thinking that about your butt stick. Don't point that thing at me.
Yeah, dude, don't point your butt stick at me. We love you, Violent Femmes. Thank you for making our world better.
Yeah.
So I'm looking something up really quick because Lonnie and I are going to talk about basket weaving today, which neither of us wove a basket.
I've never woven a basket.
I have.
My whole life.
Really? I did. I have a couple of things, and I think you probably have, and you just don't remember it.
I've thought about it.
No, you did it as a kid craft.
No, never.
Seriously? I think I mentioned this the last episode when I said we were going to talk about this. Person. You're not?
No.
I just had this funny vision of you like all wrapped up in basket reed going, fuck you, basket.
Seriously.
We use reed, like whatever whatever the fuck it is, whatever plant it is, to weave a basket with. I think I was in 4-H camp. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. Anyway, and we like soaked it in water so it was all pliable and whatever, and we had these wooden bottoms that you wove so you doubled them over and there was an even number of holes, so you put the reed through so it's like rounded and bumpy on the bottom, but then you have the big long things sticking up.
Oh, and then you weave through that.
And then you weave the baskets through that and stuff.
You're making it sound easy.
It kind of is, but I don't mean to minimize that. Like, there are people who weave baskets that are very skilled.
Oh,
they
yeah.
are pieces of fine fucking
beautiful.
art. They're
Yeah.
beautiful. I'm not saying that's easy. I'm saying all you're doing is weaving stuff between things, and it's not that hard to make, you know.
Like a homesteading basket
yeah,
for your kindling or something.
Yeah, or
right?
like, you know, something that is of use to you. Or even if you want to throw together like a little basket as a gift, like to throw shit in.
Yeah.
You know, and we're going to talk
Here's
about...
a shit basket for
Here's
you.
a shit basket. Oh my God. You could make a paper basket, fill it full of shit, and then set it on fire. You can be artistic when you shitbag people's houses.
That's right.
So,
They're like, oh, isn't it lovely?
isn't it lovely? We're delirious today. So, here's the thing. I'm trying to find these questions. Yes, I meant that. I hate it when Google's like, did you mean?
I know. It does that with the navigation now. This place is going to close within an hour. Are you sure you want to go there?
Yes,
Yes,
Google,
and I'm kind of in a hurry, so
Shut the fuck up. I don't need you and my husband saying we're cutting it kind of close.
Exactly.
Fuck you, Google. Fuck you.
Questioning my abilities. God.
We do that when anything having to do with a fabric or craft store. Because my husband unfailingly has no faith in my ability to get in and out of a craft store.
Yeah.
And I think it's because he feels like he's waiting longer than he is in the parking lot. Now, I do realize that sometimes I go in there and take my own sweet time. But Lonnie, I think, can attest to the fact that I am fully capable of going in, grabbing one fucking thing, turning around, and getting the fuck out.
Even while maybe getting slightly distracted by shiny things, but only for a second.
Because you go, ooh, glitter. Oh, okay, let's go. I'm not
yeah.
getting that.
Yeah.
So I've learned. You keep your head down and you go. I think, though, because I used to work at a fabric store like years and years ago, I worked at the Mill-In store, which is a big deal. I just have learned to tune that shit out. Oh my God. My first paycheck when I worked at the Mill-In store was minuscule.
Yeah.
Because they would let you get fabric and take it out of your paycheck. And even at my store discount, I got $45. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. That place made me wish I was an amazing seamstress.
Well, I was pregnant with my son when I worked there too. So I was like, I can do the nursery.
Oh, yes. And these high-end silks, please.
Yeah, right. I worked in the home
Only the
decor
best for my
department.
baby.
Yeah, right. Here's the thing. Before we really get into baskets, I think we brought this up last week.
What?
I've never understood the point of a fucking cornucopia.
Oh, yeah. What?
It was the dumbest basket in the world to me as a child. I'm like,
always
what?
Spilling out onto
Why
your
do
table.
you, exactly?
Like, can you
Why
contain
do
this
you
shit?
have? Yeah, like where?
What
How are you going to carry it somewhere if it's falling out of the fucking basket all the time? There's no handle on this goddamn thing.
No, and it's got a.
It doesn't. It's shaped like a horn and it makes no noise.
Yeah.
So fuck that right there.
What is it? Why?
I don't know.
Did you find out why?
It's a horn of plenty, and I'm looking at. I almost said horn of plunky. I don't know.
It's a horny monkey. No, a horn of plenty.
So yeah, I mean, it's like apparently. Well, okay, I'm not gonna look at this. This lady is talking way too much. The ornament container is shaped like a goat's horn.
So
I do know
from
that.
Satan.
Oh yeah,
That's why.
Satan's basket of fall goodies.
Yeah.
Only Satan would give
To
you a
tempt
gourd
you.
and tell you to
Yeah.
figure out how to eat this shit.
Yeah, to tempt you into be. Yep.
Tempt you into fucking murdering indigenous peoples after they come eat dinner with you. Oh, jeez. I just old man laughed. That was weird. An abundant supply of good things. And goodness.
So if you just make your basket really fucking small, it's going to feel like you have a lot of
right.
stuff.
I don't know. That was always something that weirded me out when I was a kid, though. Also,
It's kind of like lowering your expectations.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, everything's good, right?
yeah.
Got my horn
Kind of
plenty.
like when I went to I had to see a dietitian recently, because I was diagnosed with the type 2 diabetes.
Oh, boy.
And I went to talk to the nutritionist, and he goes, well, if you get smaller plates.
Yes.
I'm like, yes, if I get a smaller plate, my brain is just going to automatically think I have a fucking plate heaped full of food. And I'm going to skip over the fact
Right.
that my plate is smaller, that I'm
Right.
eating off a
Yes,
goddamn
you're gonna totally
saucer.
forget. Yep. You're just
Suck
gonna
a
be
bag of dicks.
Yep. You're like, oh, look
put
at
a
how much food I have.
I'm going to put a cornucopia
I'm
over his
so
head like
full.
a dunce cap. Oh
Sorry.
my god. You are hilarious. So basket weaving. I don't know why I just had that little cornucopia rant.
According to the Greek legend, Amalitha? No. Shoot. A goat. I can't pronounce that name.
We
Dang
like
it.
goats.
Broke one of her horns off, offered it to the Greek god Zeus as a sign of reverence, as a sign of gratitude. Zeus later set the goat's image into the sky, also known as the constellation of Capricorn.
So why is there stuff in the horn?
Exactly.
So I found a little thing on Thanksgiving Day. It says cornucopia. And actually there's a website called thanksgivingday.org. Just so you guys know.
Oh,
And this
good,
is where I'm reading
good.
this from. It says,
Because we gotta figure this shit out.
cornucopia is the most common symbol of a harvest festival. A horn-shaped container. It is filled with an abundance of the earth's harvest. It's also known as the horn of plenty. A traditional cornucopia was a curved goat's horn filled to the brim with fruits and grains. According to Greek legend, Amalthea broke one of her horns off and offered to the, I'm repeating you, as a sign of gratitude, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Did you read the same thing I did just now? Or they must have copied your source?
But maybe, so yeah, did Zeus hand it back to her full of stuff? Like, sorry about your horn, here's some fruit
I don't
for
know.
you.
I just don't understand. Does anybody understand what... So we're spending too much time on this now. We got to move on.
Okay. Weave yourself a cornucopia and just go with it.
Yeah.
Just
I
be
wanted
like,
to
"This
weave
is my
a tiny
horn of
cornucopia because I saw one, but I just didn't have time. Look, holiday crazies are starting already because I have taken on
Me too.
way too much.
Yeah. I'm making a big meal in a few weeks.
Oh, so I don't have to do anything. I don't have to cook anything. As a matter of fact, I wasn't going to make my chocolate. Every year I make the same fucking chocolate pie.
That sounds so
Everybody
good.
loves my homemade chocolate pie. I make it from scratch. It was an Emerald Lagasse recipe that I kind of changed up and made my own. I've been making it for years.
Excellent.
I wanted to change it up this year, and I saw this recipe for, the Ghirardelli's chocolates. They have the baking chocolate and the chocolate chips.
Yeah.
They posted a recipe on their Facebook page for a chocolate cherry tart. It looked delicious. I thought, it's chocolate. I can just make the chocolate cherry tart. So my sister-in-law emails me yesterday. She's like, so we're doing Thanksgiving at our house. Are you guys coming? And I said, yes. And I'm bringing a chocolate cherry tart. I'm bringing a coconut cream pie because that's my husband's favorite pie. And he has a little hissy fit if I don't. I'll have to give you my recipe from scratch. It's so good.
Oh, good. Yes.
He uses coconut milk. Delish.
Okay.
So anyway, and then I said, and I'm going to make pie crust cookies because my niece Madison, our oldest niece, gets in trouble every year. She loves my pie crust. She goes, this is like crack. I can't stop. So she gets in trouble from busting the pie crust off from around the pie. So I make little pie crust cookies so she doesn't get in trouble. And so that there's crust on my pie because how annoying is that?
Yeah.
So my sister-in-law, it's silent for like 5 minutes. And then she goes, wait a minute. What? Are you bringing your chocolate pie? And I'm like, well, I was hoping the chocolate cherry tart would like take the place of chocolate pie. She goes, we love your pie. Can you bring your pie? And I'm like, I was hoping that I wouldn't have to. She goes, well, you could give the recipe to Bailey. I could, but I don't want to. I mean, like, it's not my own recipe, but it is my own recipe. So I don't want to share it. So I made a deal because every year I have to mash the potatoes because of one ill-spoken thing fucking 15 years ago. The first Thanksgiving I spent with my husband's family, my sister-in-law was going to make her husband go back home to get their hand mixer because the hand mixer wasn't working at the house we were at. And I'm like, what do you need a mixer for? And she's like, mashing the potatoes. And I'm like, whatevs. And no self-respecting Irish girl uses a mixer to mash potatoes.
Right.
Mash those bitches up by hand.
Yeah.
That's whipped potatoes. And she goes, really? And handed me the potato masher. So every year since, because I opened my mouth.
Good job. Yeah.
So I said, look, I'll bring you your chocolate fucking pie.
Made your penance by
if
now.
I don't have to mash the potatoes.
Yeah,
and she said deal. So.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I think you've more than made up for that comment.
Yeah.
For 15 years.
You know the funny thing?
What?
I use a mixer to do them now.
I've never used a mixer. I'm like, oh,
I don't
that's
do
a
it when
thing?
I'm at home. I mash them with a goddamn potato masher because that's a mashed
mixer.
potato.
I need a new mixer because now my mixer's devoted to paper mache now.
Oh.
It was a cheap $4 mixer, so I'm like, I can get the paper mache mixer now, and I'll get a new one.
Love my hand mixer.
I want one that actually has a low speed. This one is like, you turn it on, it's like, roar, and I'm like, fuck, shit spraying everywhere. Yeah, I want one that actually has a nice
I love my
low speed.
20 years ago. It's 20 years old this year because it was the first year my son was born. I made a bazillion Christmas cookies. That's the year I started making Christmas cookies for people.
Uh-huh.
And I bought a hand mixer because I didn't have one. And it is this ergonomic, like, so you hold it like this.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Instead of like this, which is like from the top. I guess our listeners can't actually see what I'm doing with my hand. Instead of you're holding it from the top and your arm bending, the handle to the hand mixer, you just reach in like you're...
That's so
like
much easier.
It's awesome. And it makes your wrists...
Is it the two...
Yeah, it's a double, just like a regular beaters. It's awesome. Well, here's the thing.
It's not anymore.
It's 20 years
they
old.
Don't make it anymore.
It's starting to make weird smells when I use it, like melting electricity,
Yes.
like bad smells.
Yes.
I can't find another one. Oh. And I love this hand mixer.
Man.
So I'm on the hunt for it.
Yeah.
I should actually get online and look, derp. I've never done that. I don't know why. I just go to stores and I look because I bought it at Fred Meyer years ago. I don't know what's on my hand.
But they don't make them anymore. Well, maybe we'll have to look because that sounds really cool.
Yeah, I'll show you mine before you leave because you definitely want one of these if you can find one.
Does it have a nice low speed?
Yes.
Awesome.
It does. So anyway.
Yeah. Weaving.
We could bake goods and put them in our baskets.
Yes, we could. And tra-la-la-la-la around the town.
You know what I've been singing since I decided we were going to do this episode?
What?
In my head, a tisket, a tasket, make your own fucking basket.
Yay! That's so good. That is so good.
There's a lot of shit that you can make baskets out of. But first I want to talk about some basket weaves.
Okay.
Because I did not know that there are other ways that you can do this shit. Like, it's not just your traditional, oh my God, I'm yawning again.
Humans were so smart to come up with these things, like, a long time ago when they were
I know, right?
I need to carry some shit and I'm tired of only having these two little tiny hands. Yeah. I could have, like, a big basket.
I'm tired of loading my deerskin shirt with things.
Yeah. I know. It's getting all ruined.
It's stretching it out horribly. Oh my God. Is that really that funny or are we just out of our minds?
It's kind of funny. Like they had first world problems back then.
Oh, first world problems. I stretched out my deer shirt. I know. I'll take some of this grass and I'll weave it up into a basket.
Yeah.
Hey, saved my shirt.
Yep, that's right.
And the first entrepreneur was born. Right. You want one?
Yep.
Give me a deer fur. Deer skins? Give me some beer skins. And I'll make you a basket. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry, listeners. I don't know what's happening to us right now. We're losing our minds. It's because I didn't sleep last night.
I slept so good, but...
I did not. I slept horribly.
I'm high on good Indian food. I think. It was really good.
Do you ever eat Indian food?
Really? Oh, it's
Kurt's
tasty.
not a fan.
Yeah.
He likes the one things, the samosas. Is that Indian food? I don't know. They're little thingies that stuffs in them.
Yeah. This was like really beautifully flavored rice, like yellow, like saffron flavored rice, and then lamb that's all beautiful, and then a yogurt.
I hate lamb.
Oh, well, they have beef or chicken.
Okay,
too.
good. And you said saffron, and now my brain's all, I'm just mad about saffron. Saffron's mad about me. We're going to have to, like, make a best
maybe
of
I have a saffron
CD.
hangover.
Oh, maybe. So anyway, baskets.
Yeah.
I'm sure they use baskets to gather saffron.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Probably
coiled.
Really cool
So
like
coiled, you take a bundle of strands or rods and you stitch them into a spiral. And I think that's what we were looking at, like
with the plastic bag.
With the plastic bag thing, which we'll talk about in a couple minutes. But also Sharon, the last time that we did a Nature Craft episode when she was still on the show, she talked about making the pine needle basket. I think that that's probably coiled. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can make these out of pine needles, straw, willow, yucca, palmetto, sawgrass, sweetgrass, raffia, horsehair. I don't think they mean real horsehair. I think there's a plant called horsehair.
Oh, okay.
Cause
you could probably make them out of horsehair,
I think that would be a scratchy, weird basket, and I wouldn't want to put stuff in it. Plus, I would feel bad. Unless it hey, horse, can I borrow some of your mane hair?
Yeah.
I'm going to trim this off.
Or tail hair.
And the horse would be, sure, I need a trim anyway. It's got some split ends. You can use it. Then I would be okay with it.
Yeah.
But horses scare me, though.
They are a little scary.
They're smart, and they know your soul.
Yeah.
They look at you, and they're like,
yeah, I can squish you.
Yeah.
Or bite your face
I'll step on your face and make a big dent in it.
Yeah.
Then you won't be pretty anymore.
Yep. I'll just throw you off while I'm running. Okay.
So then we have twined baskets. Now, this is interesting because you're weaving, but so you have your strands that you're weaving in, but instead of just winding it back and through, which is traditional weaving, which is just called woven, that's what you do. You are wrapping it around each twine. So you're using 2 strands to weave. And when you're passing it through, you're crossing them over each time. So it's actually wrapping around your stays that you're weaving around.
Oh, that looks pretty. So
it is pretty. And it probably makes a little bit heavier basket.
Yeah.
Stronger, a little heavier.
So you can carry the whole deer in your basket.
Yeah, you can put like a dead deer head. Roar, and scratch your balls while you're doing it and stuff. I don't know what is happening to us today. Then again, you have woven, which is just back and forth. You just weave back and forth. And then the next row, you weave the opposite.
Okay. Yeah. So that
Yeah. And then they have something called plaited. Plaited is weaving together of like elements. So I think that this is what I did when we were kids. We used to make, and I know I've mentioned this before, when I was a little girl in grade school, elementary school, we used to weave posy baskets out of construction paper and then make paper flowers or pig flowers for May Day.
Oh, okay.
And then I would always go knock on my great aunt's door and leave them for her, and she was so sweet.
Aww.
She would go like, oh, and be so excited and happy.
Yes.
But yeah, you just like you're weaving a mat. Like you've done that, woven a mat, so yeah. So those are the basic kinds of weaving. Whoa.
I think I actually did weave something once. I think I got one of those kits when I was a kid, of the rag weaving kits.
Yeah.
That came with little loops. And you
totally. Yeah, the little stretchy loop things.
Yeah.
You can make pot holders.
Yes.
And it comes on a little square thing with the little pegs. I don't
think I ever finished it because I'm so freaking lazy and impatient. That's terrible.
You're not lazy.
But I did.
You're just one of those people that need. I have the same problem in a different way. I really don't like doing things that do not give me immediate gratification.
Yes, I have a huge problem with that.
Like, I need to see progress.
Uh-huh.
I need to know.
Now
I'm enough. I have this weird.
Did you slow down?
Stubborn, determined thing. So I'm like, I'm gonna fucking do this.
Yeah.
And even if I only make one ever, I will fucking do it.
Okay.
I will not be vexed by someone's poor instructions. Like, even if I had to fucking figure it out on my own, I will fucking do it. That's how I learned how to knit.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck you. I'm learning how to do this. And I did. I'm not super great at it. I'm not really bad at it right now, per se, but I'm really slow at it.
Yeah.
Like, I still think I'm going to finish my son's Christmas present in time for Christmas. I have like a little over a month.
If he likes a crop top.
Yeah, no. Only it goes from the bottom up. So,
a tube top.
So, like, he could have a tube top or something. A snowboarding tube top.
Yeah, the new thing.
I hope he's not hearing us. He's in bed right now across the hallway, but
sorry.
He's fine. So let's talk about some cool shit that we can make baskets out of. Because, dude, there's some cool shit we can make baskets out of.
I know there's probably all kinds of stuff in my yard I could make a basket
Totally. And as far as natural things, like, I think any good stiff grass or, you know.
I was just thinking, I wonder if the leaves that are left over from the lilies and stuff are like
the big long, like, swordy kind of
they
leaves.
probably cut the
those
crap
would
out of your
work.
hands, but you know.
Yeah, and all kinds of
use them
sea
up.
grasses and stuff at the coast. You could cut lots of that shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Anything
cool.
like that. Where the hell did the cat come from? It's like she just
did a
magicked into the
tail
room.
flyby.
It's because my cat loves Lonnie.
Aww.
We'll talk about it more in the next episode, but we all had dinner together on Saturday night, and then Lonnie and Sharon and I recorded our card making episode. But the cat hid all night long. Like, under our bed is her fortress of solitude. So she was not coming out until Lonnie was the last person to leave. And then she ran down the stairs and rolled around on the stairs all cute because she wanted to see Lonnie.
She bit me.
That was a love bite.
Hi.
It doesn't feel good, but it means she loves you.
Scare me now.
Kitty, come here. Quit being a jigwad. She's like, I'm going to fucking put your face in a basket and eat it.
No.
Because I'm a Hannibal Lecter kitty.
I wonder if we can weave a basket out of kitty tails.
Ew. That would be gross. That's so nasty. But
I'm so sorry, that was so wrong.
You could use cattails.
Like the plant.
Yeah, like the plant.
Yes.
With the little poofer balls on them.
Yeah.
My cousin had to get one of those pulled out of his nose at the emergency room once because he stuffed it up there.
They're big.
They are.
Why?
I don't know. I stuck
It's like, I'm going to clean my nose out. This looks like a good thing.
I don't know. I
use.
shoved a pumpkin seed up my nose when I was a kid and it wouldn't come out. I also used to tear open bean
cool if it
bags.
sprouted and you're like,
right? I was afraid that would happen.
Coming out here. No.
I used to tear open like the little bean bags that my Auntie Flo used to make for us at night. And I would, when we were really little, we shared a room, my brothers and I. They had a bunk bed on one side and I had the big bed on the other. And I would stuff the beans up my nose from the inside of the thing and plug the other nostril and then shoot fucking snotty beans across the room at my brothers.
That's super creative, Katie.
Yeah, that's how I roll. Polymer clay woven basket.
What?
It's so cool. You use a bowl or whatever shape you would like. Probably something that is heat proof, so that you could bake it, like a metal bowl or something, or like a Pyrex glass bowl. Anything that could be heated. Because you only cook the polymer clay at like 250, something like that. It's a low temperature.
Yeah.
But then you weave your basket on the outside of it, of the bowl.
With just strips of clay?
Yeah, just strips of clay, and you lay out your pattern of your main, the ribs to the basket, and then you weave it in. And then you bake it. And then you have a fucking polymer clay basket. How cool is that shit?
That is cool.
My mom also went through this phase when we were kids where she must have got a book or something. She used a lot of salt dough, like just salt and flour, not Play-Doh, and you would bake it. But she would like cut out cute little shapes and make flowers and paint them with egg wash and food coloring, and then bake them and make cute little baskets like that. We had a bread basket that she made out of bread, basically.
Wow.
It was neat.
Yeah, that's cool.
So clay baskets work great. The cat's in here eating things again.
Yep.
Because I took away her fucking wrapping paper that she was in here eating
I'm wondering
before.
If she's going to find the whole roll of it right there.
Shh. No, you know what she's obsessed with? There's that, on the floor I have a little piece of the stuff you start easy carve for carving stamps, that white stuff.
Oh.
She loves that shit. She'll chew it up.
It is probably fun to chew on.
She loves it when I carve stamps because she hides under the desk and takes the big pieces and packs them all over the house, like the scraps. Oh my God. Do you hear that? Mm-hmm. The dog is snoring on the floor. I wish you guys could hear my dog snoring, but I just woke him up. You can also crochet baskets, which is super easy. If you know how to crochet, you're going, dude, why haven't I done that yet?
And I saw someone had, with the plastic thing, they made plarn, just strips of plastic bag, and then you just ball them together and crochet with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So dude, I'm making myself a bag some library bags or a book bag or something.
They're waterproof and they're
Dude,
sturdy.
So doing that.
Yeah.
So doing that.
Yeah. And they just laid the bag out folded it, you cut the handles off, and then you cut strips so you have long, circular strips. And then you put the ends together, and then you make your ball with that.
I'm doing that.
Yeah.
That's happening in my world.
Yeah.
And to yarn, okay, so to crochet, no matter if you single crochet, double crochet, whatever stitch you use, you would work in the round and make your base round. Mm-hmm. So you're making a big round saucer. Mm-hmm. And then to get it to shape upward, you would knit only in, or crochet only in one loop. So you would do front loop only to make it up, like make the sides. Super easy, you guys.
Cool.
Totally. And then you can go around it to probably reinforce it. Mm-hmm. If you were going to carry heavier stuff in it. But that'd be awesome to do out of plastic bags. That would make a cool gym bag.
Yeah.
Because, you don't want your bags being like your wet swimsuit and stuff.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
And fabrics, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You can always weave fabrics and make, sew them together as a bag, or sew them together as even like I said, with same placemats or whatever.
We always had the rag rug in front of the kitchen sink.
Dude, and that is woven.
Yeah.
Also, if you run really and jump on a rag rug,
ooh, look out.
On a slippery floor, you can travel.
Yeah, or crack your head open.
Well, there's that. Take the fun out of it, Lonnie.
I know.
I guess she would be my ex-grandmother-in-law.
Yeah.
I don't know. My ex-husband's grandma made rag rugs. And she had all the tools that you used, their tools and stuff that you used to make them.
Yeah, I think there's a board with nails.
No, she has these, I think they're the things that you use to make bias tape. They're little metal guides that you slide fabric through that fold it all in on each other. Mm-hmm. And then you braid it as you do that, and then you sew it around. But she would make them, she bought fabric and made, really nice ones. And she would go get old wool shirts and blankets and stuff from Goodwill and use those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can use anything. Just cut it up and... Now I'm remembering that I saw something on Pinterest that involved a hula hoop, making a round woven rug.
Huh.
With a hula hoop. Shoot.
Interesting.
I should have looked into that more before I...
Because that'd be about the only thing I use a hula hoop for, because I cannot hula hoop.
But it looks fun.
It probably is fun. And, speaking of, the coil basket... This looks really fucking tedious, but you buy, it's called welting at the fabric store, and it's just a cotton tube, a tube of cotton fiber.
Oh.
And you would use fabric on the bias and sew it, to make piping around your couch or pillows or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can buy that welting, cover it in fabric, and then you sew it together into a basket, and it's really pretty. It makes... Oh!
Hula hoop weaving's pretty cool.
Hey, Lonnie, put that on our Pinterest so people can see it, because that is really cool.
Yeah.
The hula hoop weaving.
It's really pretty.
But, and
I've wanted to do this. Why haven't I done it?
Because you just have no excuse.
I wanted to do this! Okay, sorry.
Sometimes you just put things off. Thinking about things that maybe I can get my mom to trim back her fucking honeysuckle this way. Because you can soak the honeysuckle vine and make baskets out of it.
I thought about trying to do that with all the ivy we have, because it's...
Do you have the English ivy plague?
Yeah, we do.
That shit pisses me off.
We bought it with the house.
Bastards. Ours comes over the fence from the neighbors. Also... So when I had some friends who knew how to fold gum wrappers and make them into purses and wallets and stuff growing up. So you can also use just regular newspaper and weave that shit into a basket. And I'm going to find a tutorial how to do this, because look at this picture, Lonnie.
Oh my gosh, that's so pretty.
I'm going to find a tutorial of how to do it and put it up on our blog, because it's pretty cool. These people use newspaper to do it. But I've also seen baskets woven out of old maps. That looks fucking neat.
Yeah, it does.
I love I've seen a lot of crafts and neat things made out of old maps. It kind of makes me want to buy some maps to have to cut up.
I get them free from the Sierra Club every year. I don't know. They
Really?
send me junk mail and there's a map in there and I get them like once or twice a year. So I just save them.
What are they maps of?
The world.
Oh.
Yeah, a world map. So I use them for crafts all the time. I'm like, thank you, Sierra Club.
Didn't you do your unicorn head with map? Or did you
Yeah,
just...
yeah, and
you
it was
did.
that stuff. It was the Sierra Club map that
You're
I
awesome.
get for free. I'm so...
Do you know what else you can use to make baskets?
What?
Brown paper bags.
Oh, hey. Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
I love brown paper bags.
Yeah, me too. I do too.
I love making shit out of
What's-
brown paper bags.
Sorry, what board am I putting this on?
Oh, if you just scroll down, it's hidden right now.
Oh,
So you have to
okay.
scroll all the way down. I'm confusing Lonnie with my. I have this weird.
I am not good at Pinterest.
Well, and I have this weird system
to
of
accept
like,
it
and I
first.
assume that everybody understands my system, but it's my system. So
I'm gonna have to go
any
back
episode
and-
that hasn't aired yet is hidden.
Okay, and I have to accept every time.
Yes.
So, and I get behind on that.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not
Derp.
like I didn't overwhelm you when I first made our Pinterest. And had to, like I went back and did a board for a year's worth of fucking episodes each. So, yeah.
I'll get on this. Someday I will
Do
have
it.
this figured out.
Damn it, now I have that saffron stuck in my head. Mellow yellow, that's it. They call me mellow yellow.
Quite rightly.
I love you, Lonnie. So, yeah. I think we're going to wrap this shit up. Baskets.
Wrap it up.
You should make some.
Baskets.
Make some.
Make some baskets.
And put your holiday cookies and goodies to give away to people in this year. Or whatever. I got holidays on the mind. Because I'm doing holiday stuff. But yeah, next week is our drunk-a-sode. Which is going to be interesting, you guys. I don't actually know how much of it is going to be usable. Because it was a drunk-a-sode. And we were pretty busy. It was kind of weird. Wasn't it, Lonnie?
It was. We were just distracted. I was in outer space.
We all were. I was in drunker space. That's where I was. But yeah, so Sharon will be on next week. We're making some holiday cards, and I think that Lottie and I are probably just going to talk between to kind of use it for filler, because I don't know. It was crazy. We'll talk about it next week. And then in December, we have a lot of fun projects coming up. Can you believe it's almost December?
No.
Like the year just went zoom.
I know. I still
crazy.
have turkey to cook.
Oh my God. I don't cook turkey. I'll talk about that next week.
But it always turns out.
Hey, if you guys have made baskets, or you have made baskets out of really cool things that we would not suspect.
Put it on your head and take a picture. And
Oh,
send it
yeah!
to us.
Good idea, Lonnie. Put it on your head and take a picture and send it to us. And we want to see it. We want to see you with a basket that you made on your head. Because it would be radical.
It would be
Radical.
radical.
I said that out loud. Wow.
I just realized I pinned fucking rug things to a basket weaving episode.
But it's weaving.
Okay.
So,
It doesn't have to be a basket. You
No,
can
I
weave
mean,
it
we
to
are
other
talking about
things.
basket weaving, but come on. Am I that much of a stickler? No. So yeah, tell us about that. You can email us pictures, you can email us questions, you can email us comments, and you can call and leave us a
You
message.
can at 503-395-7190.
And tell us things. My mom said she was going to call and leave us another song.
Oh.
She had to think about what song to sing though.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
It'll be awesome.
that would be.
All right. Also follow us on all our social medias.
Yes.
We're on the Pinterest. We always have a new Pinterest board for every episode. Well, not every episode. Some of them we don't have. Like next week, we probably won't have a Pinterest board because
a drunk episode. Maybe pins of our drinks. No,
I don't know. You know, if we have something, generally we have cool research and stuff. So we want to share it with you guys. So we put it on the Pinterest board. There's always a blog post, twoartsygals.com. You can go look at the show notes, links. Sometimes we put tutorials up there of the things that we're talking about. And if we do examples, there are always pictures there. So go to our website. You can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes and not Twitter. God damn it. Why do I always do that? iTunes and Stitcher. Subscribe to us. So then you get a new episode every week, and leave us some awesome feedback, because then other people want to listen to us, because all the cool kids are doing it.
Yep.
All right. So until next week, go make some cool shit, yo.
Do it now.